So today I just want to talk about being vegetarian or vegan when you're still at home. So obviously I am now living alone, so I take care of my own food. I cook for myself and stuff. And that's always the easiest thing, obviously, because you can decide what you cook, what you buy, and it doesn't influence anyone else. However, I did start being vegetarian and also already a bit being vegan when I was still living at home. And I just want to talk about that for those of you who do still live at home. So first of all, with being vegetarian, it's pretty easy, or it was for me. First of all, I want to make sure that you know that my parents were totally fine with me being vegetarian, also now with me being vegan. Of course, we talked about it, we discussed it. They are neither. But they are totally fine with me making this decision. Even if my parents did cook meat for themselves or like fish or anything, we always had like a side, so I don't know, potatoes or pasta or beans or anything, just because even for them just meat isn't enough. So there was always something I could eat. And even if it wasn't enough for me, I just make myself some bread or like a little sandwich, or I'd, for example, if there was only potato for me to eat, I'd make a sauce for that or something like this. And that was always my part. When I went vegan, it was kind of the same, just a bit more, basically. So we still had like sides, and I could eat most of them, and I would. And yeah, again, I just cook some extra if it wasn't enough, or I'd make myself a salad or something like this. And when I went vegan, I did do like cook the whole meal more often, but that was also because I went vegan after I was done with school, so I even had more time and my parents were working, so it just made sense time-wise. That probably would have happened anyway. So if you're still living at home and it's your parents who do the cooking, then I think it's easiest if you, as I said, take the sides and just eat them and add whatever you want. Of course you have to learn how to cook if you don't already, but you do have to do that eventually anyways, so maybe that's quite good. And if you do the cooking in your household, then you can of course cook your own stuff. But I think if you're living at home with your parents, with, I don't know, siblings for example, and you are responsible for the cooking, then it is quite self-centered to not cook anything else for them. Of course you have to like make sure it's okay with your own morals and beliefs. For example, I don't cook meat or fish, I don't do that. But I do like make stuff with dairy, for example, if someone else is there. I just don't eat it. Of course, if you do the cooking, you can decide what you do, and it's okay if you say you don't want to do anything with dairy, even for others. You just have to talk about it. I think that's the most important thing, that you just sit down at the beginning of this whole vegan thing and talk to everyone in your household about it, so you can make sure that everyone knows who is responsible for which part of the cooking and what do you feel comfortable cooking for anyone else. So I think, yeah, as I said, that's really important that you do that. And as I said, it's not that difficult if there are meat eaters or only vegetarians in your household, because there are always sides you can eat. So yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about that. If you are vegan or vegetarian and still live at home, please let me know in the comments down below how you do it. I think that's quite interesting because, as I said, my parents are totally fine with it, but not everyone is. So yeah, let me know how it works at your house. And I hope you always have a reason to smile, and I shall see you tomorrow. Bye!